Alright guys, so I recently watched a Cali Muscle video, where he was saying that bodybuilding is demonic. And I saw some reactions from some other YouTubers and stuff like that. And I don't think a lot of people agree with him. And I'm going to be honest with you, I might agree with him to an extent. And I'm going to give you guys a couple of reasons right now. I'm going to start off like this. Bodybuilding can definitely become a demonic thing in a person's life. And let me explain this. One day I was at work and a young gentleman comes in with his mom and they're looking at supplements and stuff like that. And then he comes up to me and my coworker and he asked for something. And I didn't really hear him the first time. And then I went to my coworker and I asked him what he was asking for. Now, when the kid asked for whatever he asked for at the time, I'm not going to mention it or anything like that, but it wasn't something that we could legally sell in the store. Let me put it to you that way. He kind of looked at us and smirked from the corner of his eye as he was asking, and he turned his body away from his mom, you know what I mean? And then it hit me like, his mom can't speak English and he was taking advantage of that opportunity. He saw these guys working in this store looking all jacked and stuff. He knew that, or he assumed that somebody in here had to be on steroids in that store, and said, I'm going to take this opportunity to take advantage of the fact that my mom can't speak English and ask for steroids. This kid had to be maybe in grade 9 or something like that. Like, he was young, right? And he knew what he was doing, which was what was really, it was like, I was in shock, you know what I mean? Because he knew what he was doing and he knew what to ask for. So you know that he did his research online and he's watching people or wherever he learned it from, and he knew exactly what to ask for. I didn't even know what he was asking for until I asked somebody else what that was, right? So he does that, and I started thinking to myself, I go, if he ran into the wrong person, they would have gave it to him. They would have gave it to him. They would have found a way to get it to him. And his mother would have never known. And I don't think that I'm exaggerating or overthinking this, because if you look online, if you're paying attention, there's a lot of young men and women, and they're taking these drugs, these steroids. How are they getting their hands on it? Well, if you're a grown adult and you're giving these things to young children, those are demonic actions. That is the actions of a demon. So when it comes to Cali Muscle saying that bodybuilding is demonic, from that perspective, I agree with him 100%. 100%, because I know for a fact there are people out there that would have given that to that kid if they had it, or they would have found a way to give it to him. And it's unfortunate that we live in a world like that. So, from that perspective, I absolutely 100% agree with Cali Muscle on that one. It can become demonic. It can become something that's demonic in a person's life, bodybuilding. Now, that was just one experience, and I'm sure without a shadow of a doubt, there's a lot more of that going on. And most likely even worse going on out there in this world, right? Because you're finding kids all the time with all kinds of drugs in their pockets. You see them on the streets. They're smoking weed on the corner. They're getting their hands on cigarettes and they're not of age. They're drinking liquor. They're not of age. They're doing all kinds of things and they're not of age. It's a demonic world that we live in, guys. It's a demonic world. The devil is the king of this world. God is the creator, but the devil, this is his domain. He rules here. You understand? Right? And I'm only bringing that stuff up too because Cali Muscle brought up, demonic and, being godly and stuff like that in the video itself. So that's why I'm bringing that stuff up, guys. Now, I want to point out a verse from the Bible that's going to lead into my next point here and my future points, in this video. It comes from the Bible, 1 Corinthians chapter 6, verses 19 to 20. Or do you not know that your body is a temple of the Holy Spirit within you, whom you have from God? You are not your own, for you were bought with a price. So glorify God in your body. You see, guys, taking care of yourself is a godly act. Whatever you do to your body is disrespectful to the Almighty Jesus Christ. That's the truth of the matter. It's in the Bible. The Bible has multiple verses. You can Google it yourself, where it talks about the body and what you ingest and what you eat and all that kind of stuff. Now, can bodybuilding become something negative in a person's life? Yes. But can it be positive if you're being led and God is leading your life? 150%. If you have the right mentality, if you are doing this because, for the right reasons, it is only going to bring you closer to God. Bodybuilding to me is something that is a moment of meditation. You get into a zone and you can literally meditate on positive things in your life. Moving forward, you can pray, you can talk to God, you can focus on the present, be in the present moment. Bodybuilding is about the present moment all the time. That's one thing people don't understand about bodybuilding. You must be in the present. And God is not in the past and He's not in the future. He's here with you now in the present. You understand what I'm saying? So, with that said, bodybuilding can be demonic, but bodybuilding can most definitely, without question, be 100% positive in a person's life. What makes it demonic is totally up to the individual and their actions. If you take steroids, it becomes a negative thing. Now, am I saying that, am I going out there and judging people? Oh man, you're on steroids, this and that. Nah, man, nah. I don't worry about what people got because I don't know how they got it. You understand? This is a rule in life that I like to go by. Do not worry about what people have because you don't know how they got it. Period. You're not supposed to be out here watching people like that. It only brings you down. Oh, look at that person's car. Look at their shoes. Look at their girl. Look at their house. Look at their jewelry. Look at their body. Look at their physique. Then then all of a sudden these negative thoughts start coming in. You know what I mean? You start hating. You start thinking negative about that person and about yourself because now you're comparing yourself to somebody else. Mind your business. Oh, they didn't get that naturally. They must be on drugs. I can never look like that because I'm not on drugs like that person. And another thing that I noticed? All y'all be dreaming about taking the steroids anyway, so I don't know why you guys are hating on these guys. I'll be real with you because I'll be at work or I'll be out and about. I'll be at the gym. I'll be here. I'll be there. And people are talking about steroids and there ain't nobody on steroids around. Right? This is what I don't understand. You know what I mean? This is what I don't understand, right? So, yeah, don't worry about what people got because you don't know how they got it. And am I going around hating on these guys for taking steroids? Absolutely not. As a matter of fact, I've met a lot of people that are on steroids. And the one thing I always say to them is, I want you to win. Because what you're doing to yourself could be fatal. So if you're going to take that route, be 100% in. Be focused, and I hope that you're happy with your decisions. You know what I mean? What you do, what an individual does with their life is up to them, guys. I don't understand why, I just never understood really getting upset about, even Cali Muscle's comments. There's people that are upset that he said it's demonic. That's his business. You know what I mean? If that's how he feels, that's how he feels. He's going through his processes in life. He's going through whatever he's going through in life, and that's how he feels right now. Tomorrow, his opinion could change. How many times have we seen people's opinions change? We're allowed to be wrong as human beings. We're allowed to be wrong. we don't have a right to be upset with people for being wrong and stuff like that. I don't understand why that gets people worked up. So, I am mad at Cali Muscle. I don't agree with him, to an extent, but that's his perspective. I'll let him have that. He has a right to that perspective. Now, moving forward, when you're consuming certain products and ingredients and stuff like that, everything should be done in moderation. We're kind of stepping aside from steroids because he also brought up taking things like sucralose and all those other additives that they put into supplements and food and stuff like that, whatever it may be. When you're doing anything in life, when you're consuming anything, when you're taking certain actions in life and being, you get yourself involved with majority of things in life. One of the things you're going to notice as time goes by is that most things should be used, consumed in moderation. Because anything overdone in this world here is most likely going to work against you at some point. Anything you do. Whether it's food, working out, eating, drinking water, women, TV, the internet, your phone. Everything's going to eventually turn on you. Everything's going to turn on you. If you pay attention, you might even notice it happening if you're aware. You know what I mean? Bodybuilding is no exception. You overdo it with that, man, people die in the gym. There's videos of people squatting and, breaking their neck when the weight falls on them, man. Like, guys bench pressing, the barbell falls on their neck, and they can't get out. They can't get out from under it. So overdoing anything in majority of in this world, in the majority of things that you will encounter, could work against you. Right? But I personally think that bodybuilding could be one of the best things in your life for any individual. Guys, you got to remember it's bodybuilding, right? I understand that, the media and stuff like that, the posters, the magazines, the internet, they show bodybuilders as these mass monsters, guys that even if they're not on drugs, they look like they're on drugs. And then some of these people on the internet are also photoshopping and doing all of these different things. You can't watch what people have. You don't know how they got it. Bodybuilding is about building your body. Whether you're 100 pounds, 300 pounds, 95 pounds, the goal is to build your body. Right? You don't even have to use weights to build your body. You could just do body weight exercises. You could use kettlebells. You can use dumbbells. You can use medicine balls. There's so many ways to build your body and so many variations to do it. You don't need to, and guys, like, another misconception, it's like, and it's not just women that say this, men say it too. They don't want to be too big and this and that. Oh, I'm afraid of creatine. I don't want to be too big. If I work out and I bench press, I'll get too big. If I take this supplement, I'll get too that. The only way you gonna get bigger is if you eat more. At some point, your growth will stop according to how much you're consuming, calories in versus calories out. At some point, those gains are going to slow down if you're not consuming the right amount of food. So if you don't have to change how much you're eating, you just have to work out accordingly. Right? So if you don't eat that much in a day, you know what? You're just not going to have that much energy. You're just not going to have that much energy, so don't expect to go to the gym and do an hour workout. And you really don't have to. You really don't have to. Everybody's different. You should not be paying attention to what people are doing. Focus on what you want for yourself. You'll be all right. If Cali Muscle don't want to eat meat, or he want to eat vegan, or he don't want to eat sucralose, or he, whatever it is he's doing, that's up to him, Be happy for the man that he's still alive and keep it moving. You know what I mean? Whether he's right or wrong, he has a right to be wrong. It is what it is, right? If you know what he's saying ain't real, if you don't believe in what he's saying, then, in one ear and out the other. It's simple like that, right? You can't let that stuff linger with you all day, man. I see people talking about it like they actually upset. They call him a hypocrite and this and that. The man had a scare. Yo, a scare will make a man. Man, I remember one time I came home from a movie when I was young, and my room was in the basement. It was what was the name of the movie? Man, what was the name of that movie? It was real big, man. It was it was a horror movie. I don't watch horror movies, by the way, at all. Till this day, I believe you're letting demons in, into your house, into your body, whatever it is. Like, I don't know why you would sit there and watch demons on the TV, attacking people and stuff like that. I don't know why. But anyway, I can't remember the name of the movie right now. But in the movie, like, you can't really see the demons and the house is haunted, and it drags a baby, like, out of the crib. Man, let me tell you something. There's a few of them came out. I think there's like 3 of them that came out. 2 or 3. Man, when I got home that night, I go to the door to go downstairs to my room, and I heard dripping. I heard drip, 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 drip. And I'm like, yo, I didn't use the tap down there recently. Why is it dripping? Now here's the crazy part. The light switch at the top of the stairs didn't work, so you had to go all the way downstairs. And this is back in the day. We were still living in the hood. So you had to pull a string, like, on the roof. Like, you had to pull it down to turn the light bulb on. Man, that light down there looked so far away, and it was so pitch black. I slept upstairs. Yeah, I didn't go downstairs. I slept upstairs. Yup, you're damn right. No pillow, no nothing, no blanket, no nothing. I just slept upstairs. I slept in the living room. You understand? Because I didn't use the sink. I couldn't get to the light bulb, And quite frankly, just seemed like a different environment at that point in time, and I didn't want nothing to do with it. So you see, a scare it could change you, even if it's for a short period of time, a long period of time. You get scared about something, you get scared enough, you don't even want to go sleep in your own room, boy. I'm telling you right now, I ain't lying. I ain't lying. You guys could laugh. I was terrified. Why did I go and watch a movie where there's invisible things dragging little babies out of cribs? That's dark. I don't want nothing to do with that. I don't want to get drugged out of my bed. Nah, I'm cool on that. I'll sleep upstairs with the population. You know what I'm saying? Put me with regular Some people, they go certain places, they want to be isolated. You know what I mean? Protective custody. No, I want to be in regular population. I want to hear the fights and I want to hear the screaming. Yup. No dark basement for me. So I understand. My point is, I understand what Cali Muscle, what he's going through. At least I think I understand. And why he feels that way, Hopefully he is seeking God, and you know what I mean? And things work out for him in a positive way. But do I agree with him that bodybuilding can become something negative in a person's life? Yes, I do. Do I think demonic was a little strong? That's up for debate. But do I think that bodybuilding can be positive? Absolutely. If you're eating right, you're drinking your water, you're, you know what I mean? You're not abusing your body with unnecessary substances. You know what I mean? It's going to be one of those things that allow you to draw closer to God in general. Just be a better person overall. You know what I mean? You're going to feel a lot better. You're going to feel confidence in yourself. You're going to be able to, just everything in your life comes together when you're in shape, when you feel good. You know what I mean? I was in great shape for years. And then after a while, I fell off, and I was disappointed with myself for a while, and I fell off, and I gained so much unnecessary weight to the point where I would get tired just going up steps, and I started feeling uncomfortable in my clothes and all of these things, and that led to me being uncomfortable talking to people. I started feeling even a little bit embarrassed about myself because I knew what I was, and I'm looking at what I became. And I'm in the process of changing that right now. You know what I mean? And thankfully, I've lost all that weight. And now, guess what it's time to do? In the next few weeks, we get back to what? Building our bodies back up and glorifying the body that that is the temple of the Holy Spirit. That's what we're here to do. Even if you're not a person that, you're not really on that, that Bible talk, that God train, you know what I mean? Which is something that I'm finding now, and I'm very grateful that I found God. But even if you're not on that, work out and just pay attention, be aware of the present. And I promise you, whether you like it or not, you're gonna find Jesus Christ in that moment. At some point on this journey, you're gonna find it, because when you're present in that moment and you're aware of things, the level of peace that comes to you can only come from a very high place. Take advantage of this time that we live in, guys, where you can go to the gym for $10 a month, $20 a month, and they're everywhere. And don't waste your time worrying about who's on steroids and who's not. Don't stress about what Cali Muscle is saying. You know what I mean? I'm not saying that I didn't find certain points of the video funny, and I'm not saying that I agree with everything he said. I noticed that he was wrong about a lot of things. I noticed he was wrong about a lot of things, but that's, everybody has a right to learn at their own pace, man. I've been wrong about things too. So I'm not really stressing about who's right and who's wrong out there. Yeah, guys, anyway, I just wanted to break that down. I don't think I really have much more to say about that, to be honest with you. You know what I mean? I just wanted to, give my 2 cents on that, because honestly, I find Cali Muscle entertaining. I've always found him entertaining. He's a little aggressive, Sometimes, certain things that he says, it's not really, I don't always agree with it. But for the most part, you know what I mean? Hopefully he's growing and moving forward, Anyways, guys, that's all I got for now on this one. All right, guys? If you're feeling clicky, go ahead and click that like button, subscribe button, notification bell, and leave some comments, guys, because I like it when you talk to me. I said I like it when you talk to me. I like that. All right? So leave those comments, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you for listening. Until next time, peace.